still don't understand, do you? Why are you crying?
Alright guys, it's your go DXC back again, part 3, Tortured Beyond Repair. Whew, I love this series. Anyway, as Kakashi ran, he couldn't get Naruto's word out of his head. I'm not a hero, I'm a demon. Naruto couldn't honestly believe that, could he? After everything he was already done for the village. He defeated Pain and brought Sasuke back. When the last thing the lone Uchiha wanted to do was be brought back. How dare the villagers treated someone this badly after all that Naruto had already sacrificed for them. They must have already forgotten about the pain and that Naruto had endured for them. Kakashi scowled. He would never forget the physical cost that his student had to pay to protect the ones that he loved. Kakashi could remember visiting Naruto in the hospital. Naruto had always been happy and cheerful no matter how much he hurt. For the villagers to turn around and do something like this, it meant their hate had been burned but not forgotten. Naruto had worked so hard to prove that he wasn't the demon everyone believed him to be. It seemed to Kakashi that Naruto was damned if he did and damned if he didn't. It wasn't fair to expect miracles from Naruto and then to turn around and expect nothing but hell from him. Hang on, Naruto, Kakashi muttered, as he noticed an increase to Naruto's shaking. I'm not going to let you die, no matter what, if you want me to or not. Kakashi could feel his heart pound faster as he pushed himself harder. He would somehow find a way to save Naruto's life. Sensei, stop! Naruto slurred as he slowly returned to consciousness. His team leader and teammates didn't need to be pushing themselves like this. He wasn't worth it. All the villagers ever saw him as was a demon. He wasn't worth anyone's tears. No one would grieve over him. He didn't deserve it. He had tried to save that little girl, but demons couldn't save people. They only cause harm. They only destroy things. So Naruto's life truly didn't matter. Even if he had stopped the little girl from getting beaten, Naruto must have done something to warrant getting whipped near to death. Let me die. I'm not worth it. Naruto moaned softly as Kakashi hit his injured back accidentally. I refuse to let you die, Naruto, Kakashi said vehemently. No one deserved to have this done to them. Least of all of you, Kakashi. Kakashi hated that Naruto thought he deserved this. It wasn't right. No doubt the boy would be scarred from this experience too. Kakashi thought would find a way to help him, even if he had to kidnap Hirako to do so. Kakashi cringed inwardly at the thought of the other man. Kakashi knew how much Hirako loved Naruto. He couldn't imagine how hard it had to be to watch Naruto be beaten within an inch of his life and not be able to stop it. 20 minutes later, Kakashi decided to stop for a break. He figured Naruto would need a break from the pain. Sitting him down, Kakashi turned Naruto over on his side so that he wouldn't pull his stitches out. Naruto's hair was limp and sticking to his forehead, giving testament to how high Naruto's fever was. Stay with him, Kakashi told the two ninjas. I'm I'm going to find some water. He is sure to be dehydrated by now. They nodded and sat down beside their sick companion, worried expression on their faces. Kakashi hated leaving him, but Naruto desperately needed water. Otherwise, he would die. Before they even go to another village, of course, the dying part was still something that would happen because of the infection. Kakashi hoped that Tsunade hurried up with whatever she was doing so that she could help heal Naruto to the best of her ability. Didn't take Kakashi long to find a river. Filling a water bottle, Kakashi had the feeling that something was happening with Naruto. Hurrying back, he saw Naruto still unconscious and helpless looking. Sensei, Sakura said softly, holding up one of Naruto's wrists. Kakashi could see that the wrists were raw from where Naruto had hung by his wrist for hours, but he could also see that the skin was black around the wrist, almost like it was charred. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, guys, back to what I'm saying. It was charred. What the heck, Kakashi said to himself as he kneeled down beside Naruto to examine the wrist from himself. It didn't take long to recognize what was going on in his jutsu. Had electronic. Naruto, no telling what kind of damage had been done on his inside. Oh god, Naruto. Kakashi muttered. He had thought he was helping Naruto out when he was using the lightning blade. From the looks of it, he had only caused Naruto more damage. We need to get him to a doctor now, Kakashi said, even as he held up to the bottle of water and poured a little over Naruto's lip. The kid made no move to even take it in. God knows what I have done to him when I used that jutsu. Killed it at Kakashi. He had only wanted to free his student, and in the end he had caused him more harm. You were only trying to help, Sensei, Sakura said, quietly knowing that Naruto's chances of making it were even slimmer now. She also knew that Kakashi would do whatever it took to protect them. In trying to help, I just may have killed Naruto, Kakashi said as he took a couple of drops of water and placed it on Naruto's lip. Naruto really needed to take in some water, otherwise his condition would continue to worsen. Picking him up, Kakashi took off running again. He couldn't worry about Naruto not drinking when the kids inside were probably working against him because of Kakashi jutsu. He couldn't stop the guilt. There had probably been other ways to get Naruto free. Kakashi hadn't bothered looking for them. He'd gone the quickest route, which had provided not to be the safest route. If Naruto died, Kakashi would blame himself. He might not have been the one to bring the whip down on Naruto's back, but he was the one that electrocuted Naruto, causing who knows what kind of damage. When Kakashi started to tear from crying, carrying Naruto, the long distance they had come already, he pushed himself harder, knowing that Naruto's very life depended on it. The kid probably should have been dead already, considering everything that he had been through. But Kakashi knew that Naruto had the Nine Tails at least attempting to heal him, which wasn't doing much good. They had whipped Naruto so hard and for so long that Kakashi knew he would carry scars from it for the rest of his life. He would understand if Naruto hated everyone after this ordeal was true. Naruto had been forced through so much hell, and lately it seems like it had been all for naught. Finally, after what seems like years and Kakashi barely able to put one foot in front of the other, we arrived in the land of Wave. Kakashi had never been more relieved to see a friendly village in his life. Now they could really find some help for Naruto. Go find us a place to stay, Kakashi told Sakura and Sasuke. I'm going to find a doctor and maybe a hospital for Naruto. Within minutes their small crew had disappeared and Kakashi was left with an extremely sick Naruto. I'm going to find you some help now, kid, Kakashi muttered as he wandered through the town until he noticed a sign for a doctor. Kakashi approached and the doctor seeing them open his door for them and pointed to a table where Kakashi could lay Naruto. What happened? The doctor asked Kakashi as he began to examine Naruto's back. He was within an inch of his life, Kakashi explained, and I am pretty sure my lightning blade jutsu fried his inside. I do not think punishments like that were still in practice. The doctor commented as he cut away Naruto's shirt, which was now sticking to his back because of sweat and blood. My village was supposed to have done away with it a long time ago, Kakashi agreed. Why they felt the need to use it against an innocent kid, I will never know. You mean this kid didn't deserve this kind of punishment? The doctor asked, horrified. What kind of village would allow an innocent person, a child nonetheless, to go through this? It was a torture, pure and simple. I don't know what happened because I was out of the village at the time, but I can assure you Naruto didn't do anything to deserve it, Kakashi said. He loves playing pranks. Those are always harmless. Kakashi could feel bit raised in his throat as he looked at Naruto's back. Even with the stitches, Naruto's back was a shredded mess. There wasn't an inch of skin that had been left untouched. Swollen and red, punctured up, Kakashi could practically sense child being in an agony. If Kakashi could have stopped this before it had ever started, he would have done so. As it was, he felt like killing the members of the council. They had no right to override the Hokage's authority, and council had known who Naruto's parents were. Had they known that Minato had wanted Naruto to be seen as a hero, knowing this, they had allowed Naruto to be falsely accused of crime that he would have never committed in the first place. They had also ordered the harshest, most painful form of punishment possible that was beyond inhuman, way beyond cruel. It was downright sadi- sadistic. It really made Kakashi want to run as far from Konoha as he could with his students. If, if the council could be this cruel with Naruto, he hated to see what they could come up with for Sasuke and Sakura, of course. Neither of them had nine tails, but who's to say they wouldn't start turning on the citizens of Konoha when they didn't get their way? I feel sorry for any child that lives in that village. Could allow this to happen. The doctor muttered as he checked over Naruto's stitches. I will say the stitches look pretty good, but I am afraid the infection likely set in before you got him stitched up. What about the electrician? The electrician, Kakashi asked quietly. Can you tell me about the damage? Not without running tests first, the doctor said as he turned Naruto over and placed his stethoscope over Naruto's heart. I can tell you, it sounds like his heart is beating unevenly, so there is a good chance that his heart is damaged. Kakashi frowned and looked away. This was his fault. If he had taken the time to find another way to get Naruto loose, they wouldn't be in this predicament right at this moment. He was chained to a post, Kakashi muttered, wishing he could bleach the memory out of his mind of Naruto hanging limply while the man whipped Naruto had as hard as he possibly could. The sound of the whip hitting flesh and had nearly made Kakashi sick. It nearly made him sick now just remembering it. He was just hanging there by his wrist, not even attempting to fight them as they flayed the skin off his back. The blood just poured down his back like a river. Still, no matter how hard they hit him, he never once tried to fight back. Not in the amount of time that I witnessed what they done to him. Kakashi couldn't get this image out of his mind of Naruto's hanging there while he was being beaten to near death. The kid's head had been hanging down, and he had refused to meet anyone's eyes. Kakashi could see Naruto flinching each time he had been hit, clenching his hands into fists. Kakashi tried to force the image out of his head. He couldn't think about the agony his student had endured right now. He had to focus on saving him. He's going to be lucky if he is the same person he was before. Going through this, the doctor said, such an deliberate act of sadism will change a person. I just hope that you can help the person he becomes, whether it's anger or scared. I will do whatever I can to help him, Kakashi said. I don't care if he's angry or not. Lord knows he was every right to be after the village he loves tried to beat him to death in the most painful way possible. What's going to happen with him if he recovers? The doctor asked. He as he took a closer look at Naruto's raw and grotesque. Are you going back to that village? I don't know, Kakashi answered. Right now, war is about to break out because of what they done. I imagine that there are more people who support Naruto than those that don't. They won't stand for what was done to him. I know most of my ninja friends will stand with them. Most are aware of the sacrifice Naruto has done to make. They are and encouraging by his will of fire, his will to never give up or to break his word. Kakashi closed his eyes for a moment, remembering the boy had promised to surpass all the Hokage that had come before. The boy that promised to bring his teammate back, which he had fulfilled. If Naruto said he was going to do something, he done it, no matter how much pain he had to endure to do it. Opening his eyes, he found a fevered Naruto looking at him through agony dull blue eyes. Kakashi hated that look. Naruto deserves to always be laughing, not suffering too, but the village couldn't see the truth about Naruto. The truth that made the kid more special than any that had ever come before him. Reaching out, Kakashi touched his cheek, unsure of whether grabbing in his hand would have hurt him or not. He didn't want to cause his student any more than the kid was already dealing with. I'm here, Naruto said quietly. I won't be leaving you either. You shouldn't care so much about me, Sensei. Naruto slurred as his eyes started to close again. I'm not worth caring for. Yes, you are, Kakashi said. You are just as deserving of love and friendship as Sasuke and Sakura are. You can keep telling me to not care all you want. It's not going to change anything because I know your art. I know how pure it is. No one deserves love more than you do. Kakashi doubted that Naruto heard the last part because the kid had passed out again. It will be the best if he can be left here. The doctor told Kakashi, I don't have much medicine for the infection, but I am betting that I have more than you do. Kakashi nodded at the statement. If you want, you and your other students can stay with me while I am taking care of Naruto. I know you don't want to leave him. I don't. Kakashi agreed. Look what happened when I left him the last time. He is in good hands. You don't have to fear. The doctor said, and Kakashi nodded and turned and watched Naruto, his heart breaking all over again. No orphan should ever have to go through what Naruto as the doctor was right about one thing. Naruto would come out of this a changed person. If he survived at all, of course. Naruto, please, for the sake of your team and all those that love you, remember that this is the last thing we ever wanted you to go through. Kakashi said, from here on out, we will protect you better than we ever have. No one will be allowed to hurt you. Not without going through me. Kakashi could only think of how he had failed to protect his teammates, Obito and Rin. He had failed them just like he'll fail Naruto. Never again, Kakashi promised himself. I will never fail another teammate as long as I live. And that's part 3 of Tortured Beyond Repaired. I hope you guys like this. Hopefully this is very long. This is one of probably the longest chapter, but there will be part 4. And honestly guys, if you like this, please subscribe, comment down below. I will make this a full series or a full full short or full movie, whatever it is, yeah, full series, once I am done with the chapters. So there are total 9 chapters. So I will have it out and schedule them out. So yeah, and then thank you for watching this. If you like it, please comment down below. See ya.